I don't know if you've had a chance to look at my other videos on this site. I put links in my newsletter, so hopefully if you get my newsletter you'll have seen the videos. If not, then it might be worth checking them out. And I tell the story of how I've just bought a flat in Newcastle for £30,000. It's going to take about £10,000 to put it into a good rentable condition, and when it's done I'm hoping it's going to be worth about £55,000, and I'll be able to finance it and pull all of my money back out. Now, for people in London or the South East, £30,000 you might think, you know, what's this guy on? That can't be true. But it is absolutely true. Now, I'm not saying that there's deals like that on every corner. There aren't, but there are still some amazing deals to be had if you're prepared to look. Now, the trouble for a lot of people is, and I do a lot of mentoring, and I meet a lot of people, particularly from the South East, who don't know where to start because the figures just don't work in London and the South East. You cannot get the yield. And of course, they haven't got the time or the knowledge to be able to invest elsewhere, like in the North East. So, at the moment, I'm sourcing properties for people who want to buy good, high-yielding, safe property in the North East. What do I mean by safe? Well, I'm trying to source properties which are close to properties which I already own, because then I've got a proven track record. I can tell you I've got 2 around the corner, I've got 3 in that area, or whatever it happens to be, and I know that they're easy to rent, you get a good quality of tenant, this is the rent you're going to get, bang on, everybody knows what they're getting. So if you'd be interested in that, then please get in touch. We're probably looking at cash purchases mainly. Value of properties sort of 50 to 60. Now there are lenders out there who will lend at that kind of level, and if we find the right property you should have no problem getting a mortgage, a buy-to-let mortgage as well. But in the first instance it's probably easier with a cash purchase, but if you can't do cash, that's fine, we can still talk, I'm sure we can still find you plenty of product. Now the one thing I must say is, because the market in the North East hasn't recovered to the same extent as London, there's a wide range of values and opinions of value. So one difficulty which I'm seeing is that you can buy a property for 50,000 and spend 5 grand doing it up and think it's going to be worth 65,000, because it is, but it may not be the case that the valuer turns up on Monday morning to do the valuation and signs it off at 65. That is the one downside. But if you want good, cheap property with a great yield, and you're not so much worried about the discount. I mean, the discount's kind of built in because they're so cheap anyway. I can see that when the market recovers, these are the properties where we're going to see the first spurt of value recovery. I saw it 10 years ago. I was buying properties for 20 grand by 2000, but in 2000 I was paying sort of 15 to 20 grand, nearer 15. Within 3 years they'd trebled in value. By 2007 they'd quadrupled in value. Now when the crash came they fell back about another 20–30%, but they're still more than double that they were worth in 2000. I can quite easily see that happening again over the next 10 years. So in a sense the discount's already built in. These are the properties which are going to probably recover the fastest. So if you're interested, let me know, because I can probably provide you with all the property you want to build a very nice portfolio which is going to give you a very good income.